Yeah, hello and welcome to this video in which we will present the idle air control valve from a 3VZ-FE engine. So what I have right now is I have an MR2, an MK2, which is 1991, and it's been swapped to 3VZ-FE engine. That engine comes from a Lexus ES 300 1994, but this engine has been put mostly into the Toyota Camrys of that era. So 3VZ-FE engine, idle air control. I'm gonna go through what I've done to it and testing, how to clean it, how to unhook it from the car and all that. So basically, in order to take it out of the engine, it's basically oriented like so. Just trying to focus this. You got two M8 bolts, one here and one down there, which is quite difficult to take out, but you will manage in the end. There's some coolant lines, especially this one, and if you follow the actual lines of this part, the other coolant line is this one. So basically, it needs not cooling, but it needs warming up in case you're running the car in winter time or all that. It doesn't have any effect basically inside running coolant and just warming up the idle air control valve. So yeah, apart from the coolant lines, you got this massive air pipe which goes to the actual piping before the throttle body, so you know how to take it out and all that. As I said, there's two M8 bolts, one here and one there. You got one air pipe here, which is basically part of the EGR system. That's why these things get all gunked up inside with oily vapors, basically nasty stuff. They just get nasty inside and they just block themselves. That's basically why you have like an erratic idle, or the engine just doesn't work well. So I'm just gonna, let's assume that you took this whole thing out. Oh, one thing to mention, this one, this line here, which is the smaller one, which I assume it's 6 mil. Yeah, 6 mil is the actual, let's call it idle up. Whenever you have power steering in your original Camry or Lexus ES 300, whenever you do a full rotation of the steering wheel, it will need to idle up in order to compensate for the loss of power of the engine due to the power steering running. So what you need, basically, I'm gonna test it if I need to unhook it, plug it, or just run another pipe towards the plenum on the backside. Yeah, if you've gone to this video, you already know what you're into. So most of these pipes is like, yeah, you will know what you're into. To unbolt this part, you will need a JIS screwdriver. Of course, I didn't have one, so I used, and I really recommend this, an impact screwdriver. You basically just get in, just choose the correct bit that will fit inside, and then you will be able to take this whole thing apart. Well, I took the other two screws out because I didn't want to make this video so long. It's already 4 minutes in, but yeah, I'm trying to go through every step possible. So you basically take them out. As you can see, it's JIS, it's got that dot there. And take it out. Then what you need to do is find one of those, well, just use whatever you want, screwdriver or whatever, and you have to unhook all these segments here, because each one of them has different purpose. So if you unhook this, there you go. It's simple for me because I cleaned it yesterday. It's gonna be quite difficult to take it apart. It took me like 2 hours yesterday just to put it in WD-40 and whatnot, just to get it out. And in the meantime, I have just ceramic greased this. I used this ceramic grease paste just in order to not have any seizing of the components in the future. So you took this apart, then all these rubber O-rings, what I do is, apart from cleaning and using basically this rotary tool, just cleaning everything, every bit inside, and then using some of that brake cleaner or electrical contact spray, because that doesn't leave any residue. You can use whatever you want. On the actual rubber grommets, I use silicone grease, just to be sure that it's gonna last a long time. Took it out. As you can see, there's a plunger here. It's got this weld blob here, bead, or whatever you want to call it. This is actually a mod that's been done a while back. It's basically, it stops the plunger from reaching the far end of that bit there inside. And if you make it so that you have a small gap, you will always have a higher idle, and it will help not to stall the engine. I'm just gonna leave it on for now, and I'm gonna test it. If not, I'm just gonna grind it out and make it as original as possible. Right, so we got these two parts. This is self-explanatory, and then I'm going to this part now here. What you can do further is you can take this part out, which is the actual solenoid. It's got a bunch of magnets, and you have to be very careful with this, because yesterday I just dropped everything down. So it's got magnets inside, which are hooked up to these connections here inside. Well, it's all falling apart right now, as you can see. What you will find, and it's basically the simplest way to put them back, there's this spring washer that goes in first, inside. So that's in there. Then you got a bearing, which I did measure, just in case yours is destroyed or anything. It's 90 millimeters as internal diameter, and 12 millimeters as outside diameter, with a height of 5 mil. So basically, you can find them online for cheap and all that, if you manage to destroy them or whatever, if they're not good or anything like that. Mine are absolutely mint. I'm not bragging or anything, but yeah, I don't think yours will have any issues. But yeah, just keep in mind that if you want to order them, you can always order them with those specs. 9 mil, 12 mil, 5. Right, it's got, so as you can see, this notch here aligns with this notch here, so you can't basically just go wrong with these. You just put it there, and that's basically it. Right, what I've done, I've taken the manual, the service manual for this one, and as you can see, there's like how to inspect the resistance of this idle air control valve. You got terminals B1 and B2. You have to do a continuity check between pairs. So let's say B1 S1 and then B1 S3. It's on a line, and then you can do B2 with S2 and then B2 with S4. You got the values here. Service manual is available online. You can just Google it, PDF version of 3VZ-FE engine. I have that as well, but I also have this book because, yeah, I'm old school, let's say. Right, so it should be in between 10 and 30 ohms. Let me find my multimeter right now. There you go, I'm just gonna put it in ohms. I'm just gonna try and find a way just to, so you can all see this. Well, almost, you can almost see it. So facing, so this notch here, you have to face it up. You then take one of these lines, let's say B1 and S1, which will be, in this case, yellow and black. You can just do a basic ohm resistance check. So it's a bit difficult, but I'll manage. There we go. So if you look up there, it says 20 ohms, right? You then do the next one, which is the green and yellow, which is this one. $20 ohms as well. I've already tested the other two pairs, so just test it as per manual. It's quite simple. So yeah, that's not the end of the video because there's more to it. Whenever you take it apart and all that, just be careful to put all the other bits and bobs back. So let me just clear everything out of the way here, because there's many things around. You got O-rings, silicone grease them, put it back wherever it's needed here. I forgot to mention, there's also a normal washer. You put it there, you take the bearing, put it on top here, take the spring washer, put it back inside, and then you can literally put everything back. So we can continue with the testing. So it's gonna be exactly like this. Right. In order to test now the actual moving part, you will need a 12-volt supply, battery or whatever. The manual states exactly how to do it. In order for the plunger to go out, which in this position or resting position is already out, as you can see, there you go, it's out. You need to apply battery voltage to terminals B1 and B2, and then in sequence repeatedly grounding S1, S2, S3, S4, and then S1 again. So basically loop through those. But since ours is already out, so this is already out, the plunger inside, we will do the actual retraction of this plunger. So basically what we will do, there's a typo here, I'm gonna explain it. You have to put 12 volts to B1 and B2, and then you have to go in a sequence repeatedly from S4, S3, S2 here, S1, and then back again, S4, S3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you will see it in a second. All right, so what I have is a charger there, 12 volts charger, 1 amp should be enough. It will take a bit of time, but you will understand exactly what I mean. So plus goes in there, which is the middle, the two middle pins. And then in order to have the sequence of 4, 3, 2, 1, it will be, in our case, blue, green, white, black. Blue, green, white, black. So what I'm doing is taking these blue, green, white, black wires, trying to put them in order here in my hand. There we go. Quite fiddly, but you get the idea. Blue, green, white, black in this sequence. Blue, green, white, black. And then what you want to do is switch on the power supply, of course. Plus 12 volts goes in, and then in sequence you do the S4, S3, S2, and S1, and then back again. So I'm gonna do this. You should watch out for the plunger, because it should move backwards now. So let's see. Blue, green, white, black. It will take a bit of time. Don't know if you can already tell, but it's going in. Just gonna go a few more times so it goes to the end. That's how you can tell that the actual coils and mechanism inside are working perfectly fine. Of course, I could go a bit more in depth inside this, because you can find a spindle which has some gearing and all that, but I don't think you will ever have issues with that. As you can see now, this plunger is already most of the way in. Now, if you want to do what do you call it? Whenever you want to take it out, so this is in right now, it's letting air inside, a lot of air. This is like, let's say, cold start. Whenever you need a lot of air to help with the idle, it goes to 2000 RPM or so. As soon as the engine warms up, it needs to cool down to get this plunger out. So to do this, you do the reverse. Actually, you do S1, S2, S3, S4. So that's going to be black, white, green, blue in my case. So let's do it. As you can see, the plunger is there, right? So you can actually tell that it's moving just a little bit with each grounding. So as you can see, it's already out most of the way. That's gonna be the last one. So yeah, that's it. Why suggest as well, whenever you're cleaning and all that, use this kind of rotary tools. They're, in my opinion, the best things that you can. You can use different adapters as well. As soon as you clean it, just degrease it with whatever you want, like brake cleaner and all that, and use ceramic grease on all mating surfaces, metal to metal, silicone grease on all rubber parts. Let's put it back together just so you can have an idea. Also, very, very important, as you can see, maybe you don't know how to put it back now, but there's this notch here, and there's this pipe here, the big one, not the small one, the big one, which is 8 mil instead of 6 mil here. You have to align those two, make sure that all the rubber grommets are in place, align it, just, oopsie, there we go, and basically just put it back together. Of course, you will notice that it won't go back in because of that pocket mod. It's basically all the way out, but this pocket mode prevents it to get all the way in. You see this gap here. So what I'm going to do right now, I know it's going to take a bit of time, but you can always skip those videos. You can't skip time in reality. So just gonna have to go back to the manual and see whichever I need. So that's gonna be to get it in 4, 3, 2, 1, which is blue, green, white and black. So I'm just gonna try and push it a little bit back. All right. So I assume it's already a bit backwards right now. Let's check to see if it fits. There's a bit of an issue right now. It takes a bit of time, of course. All right. Blue, blue, green, white, black. Again. Blue, green, white, black. Blue, green, white. Just skip the video until I can just put it back. Right, should be all the way, not all the way, but halfway there. Right, so align everything, big pipe with notch there. Okay, there we go. It fits absolutely perfect now. What I recommend as well, instead of those JIS bolts, which are M5, get yourself some nice new bolts, same height and all that. I assume they're like approximately, I'm not gonna do it, 15 mil or 14, and just coat them with ceramic grease, because there's a contact here. This is metal, this is a zinc plated steel, right? And this is aluminum inside. You don't want any galvanic reaction, so what you do is just coat them with some of this ceramic grease, and I will just bolt everything back up. Just put them a little bit hand tight, and then you can just turn them. So yeah, that's kind of basically what you need to do in order to know that your IAC will work perfectly fine. I'm just gonna still test it to see if that POCVET mod modification is okay or not. You should, well, hand tighten those things. I'm eventually gonna use this, but yeah, for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna show you. It's very important to check these very, very thoroughly. What I do is I'm always using this kind of terminals hooked up to a small piece of wire, and they always fit into most of the male terminals that you can find. So yeah, that's kind of it. Also, if you really need this, I'm just going to tell you the part number, which is 62020. Yeah, I hope you have a great day, and comment below or just ask me straight whatever you need to know about those kind of things, because I didn't had the chance to see any video online, and I said, well, I'm just gonna do it for you guys, but also for me in the future, if I'll ever forget. And my memory is quite short. If I'll ever forget about those kind of things, I'm always gonna come back to this video, and I will know what I have to do. Hand tight these. The other M8 screws, as far as I can see from the manual, they're 13 Newton meters. I recommend swapping or changing them as well. Well, only if you want. That's me. I'm always replacing bolts, even though they're factory, they're original and all that. I like the looks of new bolts, and I know that they're gonna work for a while. As soon as I put like stainless steel bolts, well, they're gonna last a lifetime. But very important, ceramic grease them, not copper grease. That's not quite okay. You will have galvanic reaction if you do that. Ceramic grease is kind of the best things for those kind of things. Also, I plan on replacing those hoses with whatever, because they might look okay-ish and all that, but if I want to have a car that will last me, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years or so, I'm just gonna replace all these because it's way better to do this. All right, hope you enjoy your day, and if there's anything, just contact me here on YouTube, or you can find me on Facebook groups as well. Just gonna put all this information in the description. Have a great one. See ya.